What's up, guys? This is Ben, and today we're back in Farm Sim 22. Today we got a lot of stuff to do, just like every video, but today we got a lot. I think we got probably one of the biggest videos that I've ever put on this map. The reason for that is because I'm going to be moving mountains today. You see all these hills and whatnot, I guess these are more hills, but all of these I want to get rid of, flatten, move them, stuff like that, because I want to get as much land usage as I can out of this map. And if you look at it right now, this is pretty much all of, I mean, except for this little chunk right here, pretty much fields 1 through 10 and 20, and half of 19 are useless. So I'm going to try my best. I talked about this a lot in the last video, but if you haven't seen the last video, what I was going to do is use the terraforming tools and whatnot. I'm pretty good at it. So let's just jump right into it. First thing I got to do is remove this stupid antenna, unfortunately, even though I just bought it. Sell. Oh boy, value 33,000. That is definitely not what I bought it for. This is one thing that I'm going to try that I haven't done before. Let me take some sort of easily visible gravel dust. That should be fairly visible. I don't want to terraform too much. I don't want to destroy this map. So here, I'm actually going to save right now. I'll save the game, and then if I screw up, I can just come back to the save. Or if I'm happy with something at a point in time, I can save it and then come back. And if I screw up, then I just go back, you know, kind of like that. I have quick save off, so it's not going to save a screw up if that happens. All right, first things first. So all these trees here, I went through and removed everything. That I did off cam, because it took me a long ass time. There's trees everywhere, and I probably sat down and was cutting trees down or mulching them with the lizard T-Rex, like something for a few hours here. So this hill here I want to leave. I'm gonna bring this is my oh, I kind of screwed that up already, but whatever. Now this might sound stupid to you guys, and it is dumb, but I'm going to demolish this field, unfortunately. It's just, yeah, and even though it's all ready to harvest too, I'm not going to waste the time. I mean, it's not wasted time. It would be very smart to harvest both this field, this is 1, and field 2, and parts of, I believe 3, 4, and 5, which might get touched. I don't know. Right now, I want to focus on these mountains and getting more land usage so I can actually get more out of this field. I want to make these fields bigger. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. So as much as this hurts, perfectly good oats down the drain. Just destroy them. So it kind of, not kind of, it is very irritating, but whatever. It's not the end of the world. This can be smaller. I don't need this to be so big. This is just a mark so I know roughly where to stop terraforming, because with me, I have a habit of, once I start something, I get carried away, and I don't want to end up terraforming this entire freaking map. I'm not going to just go and flatten this entire thing, because that would look stupid. I want this to look both aesthetically pleasing and function, and have a good functionality. Now, I know for a fact that I'm going to easily eat through all $5 million, so right now I'm going to take note. I'm going to write it down, actually, on a little piece of paper I got here. Here, it's a receipt. $5,905,115. That is what I have currently, and that is what I'm going to give myself once I'm done doing this, because here, I gotta go here. We're going to the money mod. Put a bunch of zeros here. Press save. We just gave ourselves 9,999,900. Oh, a bunch of crap. In the last video, I mentioned that I could have the issue of pieces of terrain not willing to move. Dude, my money isn't going down at all right now. What I want to do first is flatten as much as I can out of this mountain. Some places I might be able to bring it almost down to like almost right here. I don't know what the difference in terrain is. Well, I guess I should probably check what that is. Let's flatten this out. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is going to take for what the hell? Oh, I don't want that. Change tool. This is going to take me a long time. Right now, all I'm trying to do is make a flat path over to the other side of this hill or mountain or whatever you want to call it. It's a hill. Realistically, this isn't a mountain. A mountain has to be like, I don't even know. It's quite a few thousand feet tall. This definitely is not quite a few thousand feet. But I want to bring this over to the other side, and I want to see if that height matches or is similar to what's over here. If that's the case, then I don't have to replace these with mountains. And what I mean by that, in the last video I mentioned what I was going to do is flat or squish these hills essentially, make them look like mountains, make them have rocky faces, whatnot, all that type of crap. But with this, it's kind of looking like that's going to be very similar to this height over here. If not, I can just make a smooth slope. I also don't want a perfectly flat field because even though it's really nice, it does not seem the most realistic. So I'll probably go through and make a few larger bumps and divots and whatnot to make it actually realistic. Because even though this is nothing close to realistic, I want it to at least resemble something in real life once I'm done. Alright, we're basically through. This is what we're looking at. This is all flat here. It's very close. The edge of the map is kind of where that... Oh, okay, that's not close. I could probably soften this. Alright, how does this vary then? There's a little bump over here. I can make this match. There's no real major changes in this, what's outside the map. Oh, over here there are, but this is going to be right by the edge. This is pretty much going to be, it's just a consistent, this will still be a hill. Oh wow, this is going to be a huge field when I'm done with it. Construction costs $4,900,000. This is why I gave myself pretty much infinite money, because this is going to use everything. Well, guys, I got a little carried away, to say the least. Let me show you guys what I did. Now, I apologize, the time lapse didn't quite work out, because it took me in real life about 4 days to finish this. Let me just scroll up. Look at this field. So, for reference, here, let me go to this. You can see the outline of the old fields. This is what was mulched. Well, that's just what it says here. This was the old field right here. This was another old field. I almost quadrupled it, or like whatever comes at. What is that, like Quinn? I don't know. Quinn something. I don't know. Anyways, it is a lot bigger than it was before. This is insane. So I also added, since I removed the radio tower, I added another one. I did a lot of landscaping type deals. So we got the, let me slow down so I actually can move in a reasonable speed. I just added a little shack, made it seem kind of realistic, you know, put some rocks, a tire, I mean, frickin' Porta-John. I don't want to, before I get too much over there, I want to show you guys some of the other stuff I did, so I don't forget. I added a few wind turbines since I had, I have still 500 million, and if you remember, I did give myself quite a bit of money. $313 million on construction costs. So I put these wind turbines in just to make use of the space. Plus, I think they, on the map, it looks kind of cool. Just, doing some field work, you look up, and I'm never going to, at least right now, I don't think I'm ever going to edit this terrain here, just because, I really don't need to. If I edit any more terrain, and I don't want to get too far in depth here, it would be over here. Just because, but that's very far down the line. This is a little mountain that I made. I'm just kind of curious on your input. I used to be really good at like terrain editing and map creation type stuff, so I don't know, I had some little rock veins here. I was hoping to get this included in the time-lapse, but the whole time-lapse thing didn't work out, so that sucks. But here we are, we're in the field. It is massive. It goes the entire width of the map. So, let me put it on max speed here. I'm just sitting here and I'm still running. This map is huge. Let's start flying here. It's pretty bumpy, but realistically, your farmland ain't going to be flat. So, I'm not complaining. There are some spots that I'm sure I'll find that I missed that are a little rigidy and a little sunk in that I can fix, but, it is what it is, and I'll fix it as I go. Something like this. But I don't really care. It works. I was able to use... So No Man's Land has an option in the painting category for farmland, plowed state, and that allows me to, here, let me go back up here. That allows me to, well, I can paint this faster than I can plow it, and then I can use the fuel generator, the AI or whatever it's called, that mod, to to plow this. Look how many. This is just crazy, guys. It's nuts. So yeah, this thing is just, I'm speechless. This is a huge map. I've never had a map or a field this big on a map. But there's a big but with this. There's actually 3 buts. I'm going to separate this field into 3 fields, subfields, or what, I don't know, whatever you want to call them. The main reason for that, and it is a valid reason, it's not like the field is too big to plow or to plant. It's too big to harvest. This field is just way too big, and it would take way too long to harvest this, at least with any sort of efficiency. With the AI, I can't have, as far as I know at least, I can't have 3 combines going at the same time. Realistically, I could, and if I had some buddies on here, I could. It took the guy who plowed this, it took him about 3 or 4 hours to actually do this in real time. So I don't feel like sitting here combining for 3 hours or 4 hours, maybe 5, because I still have to run the grain buggies and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. And then also, let me just run over here. I got bored while I was waiting for the guy to plow. So let me come over here. I want to get into this. I want to dabble into productions. So we have a natural oils plant, which I can put canola into, which I said in a past video I wanted to get into canola. And over here we have just a standard grain mill, which I can drop off, I believe, most sorts of grain. Yeah, wheat, barley, oats, sorghum. I don't know if I have to do all 4 of these in order to produce something. I think I can just do one of the 4. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't think I need all 4 of those. And then over here, I just plan on. Okay, this player speed is helpful, but it's kind of making me tweak. Here I'll just drop off the canola oil, or canola, getting the canola oil, and maybe I'll make more off of that. I don't fully know, but I'll find out. And I'm kind of curious how that all will play out. This, and then again, I took some time, made it look kind of industrial-ish. Put some rocks around here, put some concrete barriers, stuff like that. I enjoy doing that, so I did it. We got the wind turbines. I'm very curious to see how much I make in monthly income now, since I have, what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9, 10 turbines. So I'm curious how much that'll make. Plus this antenna, which was supposed to make me like 100 grand a month, which didn't. So I don't know what the deal is with that. I want to give you guys at least some time lapse, because I failed to do that with making this entire thing. But granted, I don't think my computer could handle time lapsing. Shit, it was probably like 12 hours worth of my time doing this, getting this to the state it's in now. I don't think that would work. So yeah, what I am going to do, I'm going to time lapse adding, like I said, I'm going to split these into 3 fields. I'll time lapse that, because that is landscaping, that is doing some kind of crap, and if you guys want to enjoy, stick around for that. And then lastly, I'm going to finish it off with the plan kind of going forward. I mean, we just added a huge chunk of farmland, and the good thing is we are almost to the canola planting season, so I can just hop right in to planting canola in these 3 fields once I get to that. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this time lapse. Well, guys, we are back. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse. I enjoyed this short little time of doing some landscaping and whatnot. I think well, with this one I got a little carried away with. I took quite a bit of the existing field out. However, I am not unhappy with my decision because the amount of field that I gained just by removing these mountains, I could give two craps about this little bit of field lost. So, just quick checking out the first one. I mean, there's not much to see. It's just a divider between fields in order to pretty much just promote efficiency with my combining, like harvesting, planting, plowing, all that crap. I can have multiple implements going at the same time on these different fields. More sense. So here I put a little pass through between these two fields. This would be, so now I got to remap all my fields because I have three. I kind of split these up. I have one additional field. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. This is two fields here. You can see where I drove. I didn't give two shits. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. So over here, I did a little bit of decorating. Put a little shack here. Let me lower the speed so I can walk normally. So I put a little shack here. Got some skylights, it looks like. I don't think I can open this, can I? No, I cannot. We got a little generator here. We got a grill so you can just sit and chill. Some bags of concrete, because why not? Oh, and I can pick them up here. Let me stick that. Let me get a grilled bag of concrete. So we got some wood, we got a wheel. I mean, basic stuff, just adding to the aesthetics of whatnot and where have it. I wish I would have thought of having a pass-through between fields on this first go-ahead, because I just completely forgot. So if I want to get from that field over here to this field, which granted I don't think I really want to, just thinking wise, if I have to, it doesn't take much to change. Just cut some trees down and make a little pass-through. Future-wise, guys, there you go, it could be a wrapper. Future-wise, I'm going to plant canola here as soon as I can, which would be the next month. In the next video, well, it would be the next video too, but in the next video, I'm going to harvest all of my oats. I think I might take them over to, I don't know, I have to look into how these productions work, the grain mill and the oil mill. Well, it would be the grain mill because all I have is oats. I'll look into that, and before the next video happens, I think I'll figure out how it works so I know what I'm doing. Because right now I don't know if I just harvest it and I bring it right to the grain mill and then it does its thing, and then when it's done I can sell the oil, or if I just bring it there, I don't know. So I really have no clue. So I'll figure that out for the next video here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out my other content. I got some other farm sim content, and yeah, again, I apologize for not having the main time lapse of doing all this, because like I said, it took forever. That's why I did the little time lapse of these little sections, just to kind of show you the process, the way I do things. So yeah, I'll see y'all next time.